You're still writing your own content after every single call, every sales call, every coaching call, every voice note, every workshop you run, and it's costing you 10 to 15 hours a week, every single week, and that should not be your job anymore. Most high producing operators that I talk to treat content like it's a one-off task. They have a thought, they sit down to write, and they do it again tomorrow from scratch. Every piece starts from zero. Every caption, every email, every LinkedIn post, it is a fresh blank page. And the whole time they're doing it, their team is standing by because nothing in the content process has been systemized. Here's what happens when you keep running it that way. Your content becomes the most expensive thing you do that nobody is paying you for. You skip posting on days you can't find the bandwidth for. Your voice drifts because you outsource when you're tired, and your team can't step in because there's no system for them to step into. And the content you do publish stops sounding like you because you're writing from exhaustion instead of from clarity and creativity. I had that problem. And so I built a system that turns 10 minutes of talking into a full week of content that shows up in my team's queue already formatted, already scheduled, already owned by the right person. No blank pages, no Sunday catch-up sessions, no me sitting with my iPad at night trying to remember what I taught on a coaching call 3 days ago that was so inspirational that I had to share it with everyone else. And today I'm going to show you exactly how this system works. So let me pull it up. So this is how the content waterfall works in action. I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step of how I run this every single day and what it actually does for me. So let's get right into that piece. So in Claude, you can see here that I have a project set up, and the project is called Content Waterfall Engine. So every day you can see I have the instruction in here that says it's going to turn my daily transcripts into content. So the process is literally written out here. Open the Content Waterfall Engine project, paste your transcripts into the chat, type run waterfall, copy the output. And then what's going to happen is once I actually get the content in here, it is going to run it and put it directly into Notion for me, which then my VA goes in and hands up. So today I'm going to go and I'm going to type in run waterfall. And I'm also going to give it the very direction, do not push to Notion until I say so. So this is what I'm doing every morning. This is essentially my morning process. I run my content every day, or I do my revenue generation, which is essentially my content time every morning from about 8:45 to 10-ish. And that's how it starts. So once I say run waterfall, do not push to Notion until I say so. So now I'm going to go into my Google Drive and I'm going to pull up the folder that actually has all of the content in there. And you'll see that I have some things here that are saved. I have the transcripts from Friday. Today's Monday. So the coolest part is this already saves into this folder in Google Drive because I use Read AI to record all my calls. And every day or every meeting, it automatically puts them directly into this folder because I have Read AI integrated with my Google Drive. So that makes it even cooler because there's literally not a lot of work on my side. So I grab these, I go and I do share, I do copy links from all of them. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Claude and I'm going to paste the links inside Claude. And now you can see that I said run waterfall. Like I said, don't push to Notion until I say so. I'm going to paste all of those in there. It's going to take a moment for it to catch all of them. And then once it does, I'm going to go ahead and literally just run the waterfall. And then it's going to push back and tell me that it needs to have the film date. And that's because of the direction that I have in there. I need it to schedule it based off of the film date. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select today is the film date. And then it's basically telling me some other rules, some hard stops I have in there. It's telling me that I can't speak about their names specifically without me getting their approval. It's also the rule that I have in here also says that it has to help me sort through what's the biggest thread. So it's telling me right here that this is the threads that I want. Do I want to lead with the angle of goal versus commitment? Or do I want to lead with the angle of activity versus outcome? And this is where I really get to think about what I want the content to be. So I built the prompt to help me think and strategize around my content positioning. So I actually think for this one, I want it to choose both goal and commitment and activity outcome as proof. So as you can see, it's running and it's based off of the film date of today, which is April 27th. And until I approve it, it's not going to push to Notion. Now it's coming back and it's asking me if I want any redos before you push to Notion. And I don't. I reviewed it. I don't. I'm going to say no. So I'm going to give it permission to push to Notion. and we're going to watch it magically appear. So here, now back in Notion, we have all of our content from today. So you can see that I have these two that came over today, which is what I asked it to do. YouTube is also here. Here's the content that came over from today, and carousels that need to be created. The other things that will show up in here is what I call all assets. So these are all the assets that need to be created. So we can filter on here for LinkedIn, blog, threads. You can see all those. Those are the ones that automatically get assigned to my VA. So she goes in and she picks these up. And the ones that I need to film all stay in Linnea's list. And during my content filming time, they actually get filmed. And once it gets ready to post, it goes into Caitlin's queue. And then here, all she has to do is open the card and she can see that the caption is there. Same with the YouTube. And now she can see the script is here, as well as the title and the thumbnails. And then if we go into, say, she needs to post a LinkedIn, for example, she can go in here and the LinkedIn article is already there. We are done. So this content system is fully complete. And the biggest thing in creating something like this is understanding the prompt. The prompting is what is going to make or break your entire content system. And it's super, super important that you get that part right. The entire thing is going to be the prompt. So it's going to be important that the instructions that you put inside the project tell it exactly what you want it to do. And as you can see, that's what we've done here with this entire content waterfall system. With one command, we get all of this content and my entire system for the entire week is complete. What you just watched took me months to build. Not because the pieces are complicated, but because building a real system means sitting down and defining every rule, every voice, every preference, every hard stop, every scheduling trigger, and every single ownership assignment until the whole thing runs on its own. That's the move from operator to CEO in a nutshell. You stop doing work and you start building the thing that does the work for you. And for your team to run the thing, every decision has to be taken out of your head and put into a system that you can hand off. That's what I do inside my systems build out. We do this exact process across your entire business operating system. We find the biggest domino and we build the system that fixes it. And your team runs it without you being the bottleneck. If you want to find out exactly where your capacity is leaking right now, I built a free capacity assessment that is going to walk you exactly through all this. And it's going to show you where your biggest domino lives. The link for that is in the description below. So go ahead and do that right now. It'll take 5 minutes. And if you want to keep going, I made a video about how to make AI sound like you. I'm going to link that right here. So go watch that next, and I'll see you on the next video.